So last time we are discussing the prayers of Jambudvipa in different varshas. So basically, in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, how different planetary systems. So in the different varshas in Jambudvipa, like this is a universal structure Shukadeva Goswami is discussing, and in that discussion he is describing in the Jambudvipa. In Jambudvipa, there are 9 varshas. In that 9 varshas, each of the personality is praying to one particular deity form of the Lord. So that's what we are covering. And in that we have seen Bhadrashrava, he is worshipping the form of the Lord as Hayagriva, who is the giver of knowledge, who retrieved Vedas. And then there is the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj to Narsingadev in Harivarsha. So he is praying for the well-being of all the beings, and whoever starts performing bhakti, all the good qualities of the devatas will come to them, and therefore he is praying for Narsingadev. That's what we have seen. Now we will go to another Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, where Mother Lakshmi is praying to Lord Vishnu or Lord Kamadeva or Hrishikesha with her prayers. So those prayers we'll see. See the shlokas, Sanskrit shlokas, so that we can recite these shlokas. Okay. So in Ketumala Varsha, Mother Lakshmi, she is along with other Prajapatis that are situated there, who is the in charge of Samvatsara, and he has his sons and daughters, which are like controllers of the nights and day of this human of everyone. So along with all of them, so they are praying to Mahapurusha, the Supreme Lord, in that Ketumala Varsha. So there it was mentioned that they offer prayers, and the prayers, all their karma will go away. So that is like indirectly mentioned. So and Lord, especially the beauty of Lord, like Lord is called as Kamadeva because he is very beautiful, like all his bodily features, everything is very, very attractive. Ativa Sulalita Gati Vilasa, he has very beautiful movements, pastimes. Vilasita Ruchira, very pleasing pastimes. And mild smiling. Avalokaliya, his glance is also very beautiful. And he has beautiful face, eyebrows, auspicious. It is compared always with lotus-like face. In this way, he is always enjoying, he is giving pleasure to Rama Devi, or he is giving to Lakshmi Devi. And he is also like relishing the Lakshmi Devi's form. So in this way, Kamadeva, like he is Rishikesha is situated. So there, in that Rama Devi or Lakshmi Devi, she is worshipping the Lord along with the inhabitants with full devotional service in the following mantras. Om Ram Reem Vroom Vroom. So these are the Bija mantras which are like offered to the Lord, which is like Bija mantras are generally which are contained the mantra in the short form. So that is this thing. Om Namo Bhagavate Hrishikeshaya. Hrishikesha is a word addressed to the Lord who controls the senses of everyone. And Sarva Guna Visheshair Vilasi Vilakshitatmane. He has all the transcendental qualities endowed with him. So with all the varieties. And Akutinam Chittinam Chetasam Visheshanam Chadipataye means Akutina means our working senses, Chittina means knowledge senses, Chetasa means Antahkarana. So all these things, different varieties of working senses, uh, knowledge senses, they are all controlled by the Supreme Lord, Adipataye. Shodasha Kalaya, and all the 16 ingredients coming from him. Chandomayaya, Annamayaya, Amrutamayaya, Sarvamayaya. So Lord is the one, from him Vedas are coming, all the food ingredients are coming, and he is the Lord of all the immortality. He awards eternal life. So in this way, he is all pervading. And Sahase Ojase Balaya. Sahase refers to bodily strength. Ojase refers to sense strength of the Indriyas, and Sahasa refers to strength of the mind. Ojasa represents strength of the senses. Balaya represents strength of the body. So in this way, all the strength, balam balavatam chaham, like that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So all the strength everyone possesses, either be bodily or mind or sensory power, everything is coming from the Lord. So in this way, she is saying Kantaya, who is the master of every living entity, Kamaya, who is supplies all the desires for everyone. Namaste Ubhayatra Bhuyat. So I offer my respectful obeisances so that there will be good fortune in this life or next life. So in this way, she is offering prayers. And then her prayer, the theme of her prayers is that whoever worships the Lord, like if they are worshipping the Lord for any other desire, they are not getting the full benefit. They may lament for not completely worshipping the Lord. So that is the theme of her prayers. She's saying, Striyo Vrataistva Rishikeshwaram Swato. Striyo, it's like a woman, when with their observance of fasting and other vows. Rishikeshwaram, you are the Lord of all the senses. Swato, of they are your own. Aradhya loke patim ashasatenyam. They are worshipping you, but they are desiring another pati. So ashasate. So tasam nate vai paripantya patyam. So for them, like actually all other beings, they are who is actually the maintainer or protector of everyone, children and everyone. That is the Lord only. So Dana, like wealth, Ayush, our children. Actually, everything is maintained by the Lord. So, but no one else independently they cannot maintain any children or wealth or Ayush or the life. So, because they are Asvatantra, they are all depending upon the Lord and other beings. So, therefore, whoever is worshipping you for any other kind of lord, so they will not be able to completely protect you, like all other masters. They are all dependent. Only you are the supreme independent master who can completely maintain everyone. So therefore, Savai Patisya Takuto Bayaswayam. Who is the real master? Who is himself free from all the fear and who can maintain everyone. But in general, all other beings, they are afraid of the other beings. So therefore, uh, whoever accepts you only as the real master, they don't think any other as their own master. So like that, she is offering prayers, and she says that like they may worship you, yas tasya te pada saroruharhanam nikamayet sakila kamalampata. They that any woman who worships your lotus feet with which fulfills all the desires, tadeva rasi ipsitam ipsito achito. But the Lord fulfills the desire that, but still yet bhagna bhagavan prapatyate. But still because she is only wanting only one particular desire to be fulfilled, and Lord can fulfill so many like other so many unlimited desires, but she is only asking for small things. So therefore, she will lament later on. So for like whoever is asking material benefit, that is like asking only for small thing. So Lord can give actually the much more than what can he ask. So therefore, like the theme is that like worshipping the Lord, if one worships to attain the Lord, then all the things he will attain. But all the things he will attain, and actually he will get satisfaction of the soul. But if while worshipping the Lord, if one desires only one particular thing, Lord will fulfill only that particular thing, but still the hankering will continue. So therefore, ultimately lamentation will be there. But this doesn't mean that not worshipping the Lord. So here, like there are like we can understand the different stages that are mentioned by the Lord. One is like in general, people may doesn't have any connection with the Lord only. So they may keep on working in their material life and they may not have any connection with the Lord. So that time, all their all their life they are being taken care by karma only. Whatever past pious activity they may did, for them there will be some material happiness, and if they did past sinful activity, they will suffer. So this will cycle of karma will take care, and they will continue to enjoy or suffer material things. But the moment they know about the Lord, they get in touch with the Lord, so they may they may worship the Lord, but for some material desires, means for some asking for removing of suffering, or asking for some material benediction, or inquisitive like that. Krishna says, Chaturveda bhajante mam. And but Krishna says, whoever asks me for these things also, they are very magnanimous. So they like one step forward actually, because they are establishing connection with the Lord directly, the Supreme Lord, Krishna. So therefore, Lord appreciates them, whoever is directly asking him some benedictions. So actually, maybe we can say one more step below, like they don't people may not have any connection with the Vedas only, so therefore they are fully engrossed in materialistic things. But when they come in touch with the Vedic knowledge, or people who follow Vedic knowledge, they may worship other devatas. Other devatas may fulfill some particular desire, but again that is like material cycle will continue. But Lord appreciates whoever worships him directly, the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So therefore he says that udaraha sarva evaite. So that is like one step more, worship instead of worshipping devatas, worshipping the Supreme Lord Vishnu directly. And then but he is worshipping for some material benefits. But when he is worshipping for material benefits, so Lord will fulfill those desires, but slowly the purification will also happen. And if someone seriously worships, like if they continue to worship even after that material desire fulfills, there are high chances that he may come in touch with the pure devotees of the Lord. The Lord may show some compassion. So that time, the desire of the person will be purified. So he may progress to the next stage where he may worship the Lord, but he may not actively praying to the Lord for fulfillment of his material desires, but he is praying for advancement in bhakti so that we will have relationship, loving relationship, and I want to perform your devotional service. So that is a mode of change. That means he has now become into a pure devotee where he is praying to the Lord only for improving of his bhakti and improving of that relationship. That means he is actually connecting on the level of soul, where that way. And then but that time also he may have his because of his past impressions, he may perform some bad activities because out of force. But still he is praying for the Lord only for bhakti, not for those material enjoyments. So he is like pure devotee praying only for bhakti, but he may sometimes commit mistakes out of force of previous impressions. But slowly, when he progresses, he crosses the three modes and become perfect devotee, where his actions are also completely uh, not at all affected by the modes. He is like perfect devotee and he is always performing devotional service. In this way, different stages are there in devotional service. So therefore, Lakshmi Devi, when he is addressing so Bhagavatam, when at this point of time, is like saying that you may worship the Lord, But if you ask for material benedictions, ultimately it will bring, ultimately they will become devotees, but temporarily they may suffer because only that particular desire will be fulfilled and so many other desires will be there, so many other things to take care. Therefore, better worship to the Lord for the sake of performing devotional service only. That's what she is addressing. And she is saying, Lakshmi Devi is saying, some other people, they may uh, worship me only directly, Lakshmi, instead of worshipping Narayana. So for them, what will happen? That she is saying. Matpraptaye ajesha surasuradayasa tapyanta ugram tapa indriya diyaha. Matpraptaye, to attain me, Lakshmi, opulences, like even the great devatas may also perform great austerities, but their what is their mind? Aindriya diya, their mind is absorbed in sense gratification. Means basically they want material benedictions. And Rute Bhagavat Pada Parayana, but they are not inclined to worship your lotus feet, O Lord. So for them, Namam Vindanti Aham. So for them, they will not attain me. Aham Tvad Hrudaya Yato Ajita. So because I always stay in your heart. So therefore, no one can conquer. So no one can attain me without worshipping you, O Lord. So people in this world, they work so hard to attain so many opulences. Everyone is working so hard only to attain the favor of Lakshmi Devi, opulences. But Lakshmi Devi is clearly saying here that if someone is not inclined to worship the Lord, she is not inclined to stay. So the benedictions that people will get they are getting, they are all awarded by Durga Devi, who is like material expansion of Lakshmi Devi, the external energy of the Lord. So the opulences provided by the external energy, they are like temporary. They will not stay. But once Lakshmi Devi, uh, she is pleased with a person because he is devoted to Lord Narayana. So she provides like kind of real opulences. So in this way, we can see the life of Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, how the Lord favored them. This way, Lakshmi Devi is praying. And Lakshmi Devi is finally saying that, O Lord, please place your hand on my head. Sattvam mamapi achyuta sishni vanditam. Karambujam yat tvad adai satvatam. You, when your devotees, when they bow down to you, you place your lotus feet on their heads. So that is, you show a lot of mercy towards them. So similarly, you please show your mercy to me also by placing your lotus hand on me. But Lord may say that, oh, I have already shown you your favor. You are always sitting on my heart. I have given you place as a Sri Lakshmi, as a, like there is a Rekha on the chest of the Lord, which is called as Sri Vatsa. So I have given you, so where Lakshmi Devi is residing on the chest of the Lord, on the heart of the Lord. So, but Lakshmi Devi is saying that Bibarshi Mam Lakshma Varenya Maya, that is your only to pacify me. You have given some place in your heart only so that I will not get agitated, but your real mercy is towards your devotees. So Ka Ishwarasya Uhitam Vibhur, who can understand the logic or the desires or the your desires by logic and argument, who can understand. So she's saying that because sometimes I have heard you are saying to Uddhava and others that actually some, like there is a statement in Bhagavatam, Krishna says to Uddhava that actually for me you are only most dear. Like, oh Uddhava, for me, Nashri, not na Brahma, na Shankara, na Shri, not even Sankarshana, even myself also not dear to me as much as you, oh Uddhava. Like that he says. So Krishna is saying to Uddhava that even Brahma, Shiva, Sankarshana, Lakshmi, or myself, are not dear to me as much as you, O Uddhava, or you, O devotees, kind of saying. So Lakshmi kind of saying that I have heard this statement secretly. So you love your devotees more than me. So therefore, you out of some, so that I will not feel any bad, you have given some position in your heart. But please consider me as also your devotee and place your hand on me. So like that, Lakshmi Devi is praying to the Lord. So basically, like Lord loves his devotee. So it's like Brahma, when he said Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi, they are not dear as your devotees. There, it is like he's like addressing as a positions. As a position, Lakshmi as a wife or the in charge of the appliances. So yeah, in that position, she is not as dear as position as a devotee of the Lord. So in that sense, we can understand that. In this way, in Ketumala Varsha, she is offering prayers to Lord Hari, Lord Kamadeva, Rishikesha. So then one more Varsha in Ramyaka Varsha, Vaivashvata Manu offers prayers to Matsya Avatar. So Vaivashvata Manu is the Manu in the previous Manvantara. So his pastime will come, Matsya Avatar pastime will come in 8th canto. So there, Matsya Avatar will come and protect Vaivashvata Manu and Vedas. So therefore he is offering obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Mukhyatamaya. Mukhyatamaya means the he is the first incarnation to appear. And like he is a great personality. Namastattvaya, all your personality is transcendental. Pranaya Ojase, you are the origin of life, and you are the strength of the senses. The previously also same words have come. Ojase, Sahase, Balaya, strength of the mind, strength of the body. So all these things are coming from you, O Lord. Mahamatsaya Namaiti. So I offer my obeisances to you, great fish incarnation. So Matsya Avatara, like Matsya, even though Lord may take appearance in animal forms like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, all those forms are also very attractive, very beautiful. So we may not think that, and they are also transcendental. Generally, fish is considered to be in the mode of ignorance, but the Lord in the form of Matsya Avatar is completely transcendental, Satvaya. So that is the addressing. So the Lord, Antar Bahis Chakila Lokapalake. Lord is situated inside and outside everyone. So here, in general, these qualities are applies to all the forms of the Lord, the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So it's not only to Matsyavata. So in general, the qualities of the Lord are being described in the shlokas. So Lord is situated inside, outside, and he is not visible to even the great devatas who are controlling all the lokas. And Akila Lokapalake Adrushta Rupo Vicharasi. You are not even visible to all the devatas in all the planetary systems. Urusvanaha. So like the your Vedic knowledge come from your Vedic mantras come from your body. Sa Ishwarastvam Ya Idam Vashe Anayan. So you are the supreme controller and you control everything in this world. Namna Yata Darumayam Narasriyam. Just like a like wooden doll is controlled by strings. So you control everyone in this world by Vedic injunctions like Kshatriya, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, like that. This way you control everything. And sometimes even the great devatas also like they may neglect you because of their envy. Matsara Jwara. Yam Lokapala Kila Matsara Jwara Hitva Yatantopi Prutak Sametyacha. So they may, even the great devatas, if they neglect you out of their envy, and they may try to create or maintain separately from you, they will not be able to maintain because actually all the things that we see in this world, everyone is actually coming from you only. So Patum Nasheku, they will not be able to protect all the living entities in different bodily entities. So in this way, actually, you are the real protector and maintainer of everything. So like that, he is praying. And at the end of the yuga, there will be a flood in this world. So that time you have appeared as Matsya Avatar, and you have protected me with your protection, and also you have protected all the different kinds of herbs and drugs for them, so that they will come in the next after Pralaya. This way is offering prayers to Matsya Avatar. The next avatar is Varaha Avatar, where in Hiranyamaya Varsha, Aryama, who is in charge of Pitrus, he is praying to Varaha Avatar along with other inhabitants. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Apurupaya. Sorry, this is like tortoise incarnation. So, tortoise is Kurma Avatara. Apurupaya means Kurma Avatar. So, Sarva Sattva Guna Visheshanaya. So, all the good qualities are there, like all the Shuddha Sattva qualities are existing even in the Kurma Avatar. And Anupalakshita Sthanaya. No one can discern, no one can discern where the Lord is situated or where the Kurmata is situated. Namo Varshmane, you are very oldest and unaffected by time. Namo Bhumne, you are so powerful, so great. Namo Namo Avasthanaya Namaste. You are situated in, you are the shelter of everything. So I offer my obeisances to you. Then he says that Yadrupam etan nijamaya arpitam arthaswarupam bahurupa rupitam. So he is saying that this material world that we see in this world is actually coming from your external energy. Nijamaya arpitam means it is your energy only that is coming. Therefore, it manifested in bahurupa rupitam, different forms. These are all manifested. And there is in this material world only, no one can measure. Sankhya Nayasya Asti. No one can measure the vast amount of material world. Ayatha Upalambana Tasmai Namaste Avyapadesha Rupini. So, like, because the Lord is called as Avyapadesha Rupini, means his actual form is transcendental and no one can ascertain his actual form. But the material form, material world that we are seeing in this world is actually the Lord's material energy. So here, whenever we talk about material form and spiritual form of the Lord, we can understand in two ways. So, for example, some people may think that Lord is not there or Lord is not controlling everything. So for them, like in general, we like the scriptures show that you are saying the Lord is not there or there is no controller. See the working of the material world. So many things are happening in this world with so much perfect order and so many things. Surya, sun is rising, moon is coming. So Prakriti is producing so many things. So all these things cannot happen automatically, and this world itself is, you can say, it is the Lord. This is like Lord is present everywhere. He is controlling everything. This world itself is the Lord. So that is like the material form of the Lord, which is like his energy only, which is non-different from the Lord. So therefore, this universe can also be said to be the form of the Lord. But that is a material form of the Lord. That is for the beginners to understand the presence of the Lord everywhere. Through the energy of the Lord only, everything is pervaded. But scriptures say that Lord's actual form is much superior to this material form. This material form is actually made up of matter. And the Lord's form is Satchidananda. So therefore, his form cannot be understood by material senses. But in order to understand his spiritual form, one can perform bhakti in the form of hearing, chanting, and glorifying. So when we engage our senses in the service of the Lord, so then our senses will get purified and slowly we can appreciate the spiritual aspects of the Lord, his nama, rupa. So they all will reveal. Only when the Lord reveals, then only we can uh, perceive the presence of the Lord. So अतः Sri Krishna namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyai. So Sri Krishna's nama, rupa, these cannot be perceived by our indriyas, because after all our indriyas are material. So material things cannot touch the spiritual. But sevon mukehi jivado swayameva swaratyadaha. But when we engage our senses like tongue and other things in chanting his names, or eyes in seeing his Lord's form, deity form, and remembering. So all those things when we do, Swayameva Swaratyadaha, the Lord will reveal himself. So that's how we can understand the presence of the Lord. So by material activities we cannot understand the Lord, but by spiritual activities one can understand the Lord. So therefore, the Avyapadesha Rupini, so the Lord's real form cannot be understood by mental speculation that is being spoke. So he mentioned that there are so many different forms, Bahurupa Rupatam in this world. So what are those forms? All those forms like Jarayujam, some like one form born from a womb. This is like all the human beings or other mammals. Svedajam. So some beings are born from perspiration, like some small insects. Under those bijam, like the hen, they are all born from eggs. Characharam, moving and stationary. So in this way, Devarshi Bhutam, different living entities exist in different worlds. So all these things are actually the form of the material world. So all these different living entities plus different uh, situations of the mountains, planets, and the rivers, the oceans, all these things, they are all part of material universe, which is like the material energy of the Lord, therefore non-different from the Lord. So that is like everything is manufactured from the energy of the Lord. And so in that Lord, there are all these different uh, varieties, forms are there. But for the Lord, there are for the Lord is actually transcendental, and for him to understand, it is he is like the form of the knowledge, and he has analyzed all the different elements in this. Like there are different numbers are there, different elements are there, like Kapilidev, in the form of Kapilidev, he has analyzed that this material world is analyzed into 24 different elements by which this everything will come. So is actually the form of knowledge which will reveal all these things. So to that Lord of form of knowledge, I offer my obeisances. So like that he is offering obeisances to Kurmadev. And in the Uttara Kuru, the Bhumi Devi is offering prayers to Varahadev along with the different inhabitants. So now in Uttara Kuru, what are the different prayers to Varahadev? We'll see. Om Namo Bhagavate Mantra Tattva Lingaya. So whenever the form of Varahadev comes, the glorification for Varahadev is the, like he is the personified Veda, personified sacrifices. So in the third canto also, when Varahadev pastime came, the like all the different ingredients of a sacrifice came from different bodily parts of Varahadev. So therefore, he is generally addressed as a sacrifice form. Mantra Tattva Lingaya Yajna Kratave. So all the different yajnas or sacrifices, they are all coming from the Varahadev. Maha Dvara Avayavaya. So you have like all the great sacrifices, they are all parts of your body. Mahapurushaya, the Supreme Person. Nama Karma Shuklaya, like all the fruitive activities you purify. Triyugaya, you appear in three yugas. Namaste. This is very nice word here. Triyugaya. So Lord is generally addressed as Triyuga. So Triyuga means appearing only in three incarnations, three yugas. Satya, Treta, and Dwapara. But Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharat abhyuttanam adharmasya sambhavami yuge yuge. So in every yuga I appear, but sometimes Lord is appeared as called as Triyugaya. So Triyugaya means the Lord. This is like the incarnation in the fourth yuga is actually concealed. Channavatara it is called. Prahlad Maharaj, when he is praying to Narsimhadev in 7th canto, he says that you are called as Triyuga because in the 4th, in Kali Yuga, you are called as Channa, means uh, Channa Kalo, he says, Prahlad Maharaj, because you are covered, means you don't reveal yourself as the incarnation of the Lord. So very relevant discussion means where because tomorrow we are celebrating the appearance of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, many of you might have heard or may not heard. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is said to be now he is only Krishna only appeared in this Kali Yuga as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He is called as Channa Avatar. In Bhagavatam 11th canto, there is one shloka which describes about this personality, like Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Sumedasaha. So, well, there also in the 11th canto, the discussion is about four Yugavataras, where the Lord will come to establish the Yuga Dharma of that age. So there he mentions in Satya Yuga, the Lord will come as in the form of white. In Treta Yuga, he comes in the form of red. In Dwapar Yuga, he comes in the form of black. But in Kali Yuga also, there is incarnation of the Lord who comes in yellow color. So the activity of that person is Krishna Varnam. He always glorifies Krishna. Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishnam, but he is not black. That means he is yellow. And Sango Pangastra Parshada, he is accompanied with all his associates. And Yajna Sankirtana Praya, what is his main duty? He propagates Sankirtana Yajna, which is mentioned in Bhagavatam, chanting the holy names, doing together Kirtan. That is said to be the current age. The Kali Yuga, people can easily go back to Godhead just by performing Sankirtana Yajna. So, Yajna Sankirtana Prayai, Yajantihi Sumedasa. Whoever is intelligent, Sumedasa, they will worship that personality. So, like that, the shloka in Bhagavatam 11th canto will come. So, therefore, when he is addressing Lord as Triyugaya, so because in the Kali Yuga he doesn't ascertain himself as the Lord. That is like Channavatara. So no one can like he doesn't say himself as the incarnation. So therefore he is called as Channa Avatar. So in this way, tomorrow we are celebrating that Gaura Purnima appearance of Gaurang Mahaprabhu who propagated Sankirtana, the holy names, chanting together the holy names of the Lord. So very auspicious day. You can observe that. So yeah, Prabhupada is also writing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the appeared as the devotee, and especially the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance is he came in the mood of Radharani to relish the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance. It is said that there are several reasons for his appearance. It is mentioned that he wanted to establish Yuga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan, chanting the names, and to give Raga Bhakti. Raga Bhakti means the attachment of Vrindavan Vasis to Krishna, which is naturally flowing without any obstruction of awe and reverence. That bhakti he wanted to give to everyone. So that is how he has come. And Advaita Acharya also prayed for the appearance of the Lord to deliver the people of this Kali Yuga. So therefore the Lord has appeared. But there are three internal reasons that are also mentioned. That Krishna, like he is Radharani loves Krishna so much. So but Krishna could not understand the ecstasies of Radharani, how much she relishes loving Krishna. So he wanted to understand the ecstasies that Radharani undergoes. So Krishna only came in the form of uh, came as Gaurang Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani to relish, to understand the ecstasies that Radharani undergoes. And also Krishna doesn't know his own glories, his own like Krishna doesn't know his own sweet qualities and these things. So he wanted to understand his own qualities. So just like if sugar want to taste, sugar want to know how it tastes, sugar cannot taste itself. So Therefore, a person can only taste that sugar. So therefore, Krishna, when he wants to understand his own qualities, he cannot understand. Only when he comes as devotee, then only he can understand his own qualities. Therefore, he only appeared in the mood of a devotee, especially as the Radha Bhava. So that's why he want to understand. And also he want to understand the glory of the devotional service of Radharani. So these are the like Radharani, the topmost devotee of Krishna is said to be Radharani. And how much relishment, the glory of that love, Radharani, he wanted to taste and he wanted to experience that. So that's why he came as Gaurang Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani. So these are several reasons that are given for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that we are celebrating tomorrow. If anyone wants to increase their japa or increase their devotional service, tomorrow is very great auspicious day. You can practice that. We'll come back to Varahadev glorification. So here the Bhumi Devi is praying again, as I mentioned, the form of the Lord. Uh, how can we understand the form of the Lord? By practicing only devotional service. By our own endeavor, we cannot, by our own material endeavor, we cannot understand. But by practicing devotional service, the Lord will reveal Himself. So for that, she is giving one example, just like in Vedic times, when they want to produce fire, they used to rub two arani flames. So in that way, the fire which is within that wood used to arise. So similarly, the form of the Lord, Yasya Swarupam Kavayo Vipaschito, the learned sages, the bhaktas, they make the Lord form appear by their repeated practice of devotional service. So Guneshu Darishu Iva Jataves, just like in the wood, the fire will come. So similarly, the devotees, when they engage their mind in the activities of the Lord, Matnanti Badna, that just like when we by stirring the wood, fire will produce. Similarly, when they engage their mind in the form of the Lord, the different aspects of the Lord will be revealed to them. So in this way, she is saying. And then the but by material activities with all the like body and senses and other things, no one can understand the real form of the Lord. So only by only by devotional activities one can understand the Lord. So the Lord doesn't have any form which is made up of matter. Nirasta Maya Akrute Namo Namaha. So Lord is not at all having not at all affected by illusory energy, illusory form. Lord's form is completely transcendental. So this is the repeated theme that is we are seeing. And you only perform the creation, maintenance, and destruction of this world. And although you doesn't desire to manufacture this world, but just to fulfill the desires of the conditioned soul, you manufacture this world. And everyone, just like iron got affected by magnet, moves around. All this energy, this matter, everything moves according to your energy, your material energy. By when you see this in this way, you you perform, and you finally she says that you only lifted me from Rasatal when I was got like when the demon it was a kind of taking throw down me in the ocean. You lifted me from Garbhodaka ocean. So therefore I offer my obeisances to you. So like that she is praying to Varaha avatar. The next Varsha is the, the, uh, the Hiranya Varsha, where the glorification of Lord Ram will come. This Kimpurusha Varsha, where Hanumanji and Sugriva, they are glorifying Lord Ram's deity form. So we'll see very nice shlokas, very interesting prayers to Lord Ram. So in the Kimpurusha Varsha, the Supreme Lord Adi Purusha is situated as the elder brother of Lakshmana, who is always giving pleasure to Sita, Sita Abhiramam Ramam. So with that very uh, who is situated there, Hanuman, Parama Bhagavato Hanuman. Hanuman is said to be very like Parama Bhagavata, supremely devotee. He is worshipping the Lord along with the other inhabitants of Kimpurusha. So when other Gandharvas headed by Arshtisena, they are praising the Lord, Hanuman, they completely hears, constantly hears the glories with complete attention. So Hanumanji is always glorified like Yatra Yatra Ravikirtanam Tatra Hanuman. Like Hanumanji is always there wherever there is glorification of Ram Katha. So wherever Ram Katha is happening, Hanumanji stays there. So wherever these Gandharvas they are glorifying Lord Ram, Hanuman is hearing those glories with complete attention and he is chanting the following mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Uttama Shlokaya. So Lord is Ram is glorified with glorified verses. Nama Arya Lakshana Shila Vrataya. Very nice phrase. So Lord Ram is always called as Maryada Purushottama. Means he is like supremely Maryada Purushottama means like all the like perfectly execute all the good qualities. He like whenever he meets the persons, he greets them first. Very pleasingly he talks. So all his qualities are like Arya Lakshana Srila Vrataya means all the advanced personalities who have good qualities. He has all those qualities. Ram is glorified like this. And Nama Upasikshita Atmana, all his senses are under his control. Upasita Lokaya, he is worshipped by all the people of this world. Nama Sadhuvada Nikashanaya. This is also a nice phrase where it is saying that all the like there are good quality. Nikashanaya means a stone which will test the quality of a gold. So, like a sadhuvada nikashanaya means if there are any good qualities, they can be tested against the good qualities exhibited by Lord Ram. That means, yeah, all the good qualities, when it comes in touch with Lord Ram, they are glorified. The qualities itself are kind of glorified when it comes in touch with the Lord Ram. So that's why he is glorified. And Namo Brahmanya Devaya is worshipable by all the Brahmanas. Mahapurushaya, great Supreme Lord, Maharaja, he is the Supreme King. So in this way, he is glorifying. And Yattad Vishuddha Nubhava Matramekam Swatejasa Guna Vyavastam Pratyak Prashantam Sudiyopalambanam Yanamarupam Niraham Prapadye Yattad Vishuddhanubhava Matramekam. The Lord, again, the Lord is always Vishuddha, means he is not at all contaminated by modes. Anubhava Matramekam, he is experiences his own Satchidananda body and he is one without any second. Swatejasa Dasta Guna Vyavastam, all the three modes, he vanquished influence of three modes by his own potency, spiritual potency. Pratyak, Pratyaksha means that which is visible to our akshas, our senses, our eyes. Pratyak means that which is not directly visible to our material senses. So he can be, but how can he be known? He can be known by Sudhiyopalambanam, by the Sudhiyas means the devotees who are purified, Upalambanam by their uh, practice of devotional service, he can be known. And he is Prashantam, he is unagitated by material agitation. He Anama Rupam, he doesn't have any material Nama and material Rupa. But his Nama and Rupa, Lord Ram's name and form, they are completely spiritual. Niraham Prapadya, without material ego, I surrender to that Lord. And then in this nice shloka, मत्यावतारस्त्विहमत्यशिष्यणं रक्षो वदायैव न केवलं विभो कुतोऽन्यदा स्याद् आत्मन सीता कृतानि व्यसनानीश्वरस्य. So Matyavatara, Lord Ram is a human incarnation. So he has taken Matyavatara, human incarnation, What purpose? Raksho vadaya iva na kevalam vibho. It is not only just to kill this Rakshasa, Ravana, but to iha matya sikshanam, to give lessons for all the matyas. Matya sikshanam. Sikshanam means teaching. So to give teachings to all the matya. Matya means literally means one who dies. So all the human beings they are called as matya. So he has taken that matya avatar not only to kill Ravana but to give all the sikshana. So what kind of sikshana he want to give Lord Ram? So Lord Ram, there are like two kinds of sikshana that are mentioned for Lord Ram. So there are two kinds of personalities in this world. There are like dharmic personalities who like kind of maintain dharma, which I mentioned in Siksha. So for them, Lord Ram is showing by his exemplary behavior how to behave dharmically. Like if one's husband, if one's wife is kidnapped, it is the duty of husband to protect his wife, even if he faces lot of difficulties. He is a Ekapatni Vrata. So like that, he is like, and he is always well controlled. He doesn't look upon any other woman. So all those things very wonderfully exhibited all those qualities to show to the people dharma sikshanam. And then there are other kind of personalities who are like devotees of the Lord, who are like very much devoted to the Lord. For them also, he is teaching that how Lord is controlled by his devotees. So the like if you see the pastime of the Lord, it is mentioned that he is otherwise. How can we understand that Supreme Lord is getting a lot of like he is only suffering because of the separation from Sita and Lakshman. So if he is the supreme, many people accuse Lord Ram, many people from other religion also they say, if your Lord Ram, if your Ram is the supreme Lord, he cannot even protect your own his own wife. How can he be the supreme Lord? So they may argue sometimes like that. But here all the activities he is exhibiting perfect character of a human being. And for the devotees, like even if devotees consider him as supreme lord, the how can devotees understand that he is suffering in the separation from Sita? So that is, it's not actually the suffering, it is actually the rasa that is enjoying. That rasa is called as vipralamba rasa. So Lord, especially the that in Vrindavan or in the Lord's pastimes, especially who is supreme in Vrindavan? It's not Radharani, it's not Krishna. It's actually the prema which will control both Lord and his devotees. So prema makes the Lord dance, prema makes the devotees dance. Everyone is under the control of prema. So this prema only creates in such a way that it sometimes unites the Lord with his devotees and sometimes it separates the Lord from his devotees. So when the Lord and his devotees got separated, the Lord also feels hankering for his devotees and devotees also feel hankering for the Lord. So this is how Lord's pastimes are arranged. So that's why wherever we see the Lord's pastimes, even in Vrindavan or in Ramayana, where the devotees always want to be with the Lord, but they cannot always be with the Lord. So, and they are when they are in separation, they always hanker for the association of the Lord. But when at that time when they unite with the Lord, they experience lot of happiness. So that's how all the pastimes of the Lord, even in Vrindavan or even Ramayana takes place. When Lord Ram is leaving Ayodhya, all the citizens they're all lamenting, Lord Ram, we cannot live in separation from you. Like that, they are all lamenting out of love. And Dasharatha left his body only out of love for the Lord in separation. And all the mothers and everyone is lamenting in separation from Lord Ram. And Sita, so Lord Ram is also similarly experiencing the suffering. And when he got separated from Sita, he is also that misery that he is experiencing is also out of love in Vipralamba Rasa. So that's how we can understand. Actually, there is one tattva, it is said, that tattva, the truth is one. But that tattva is eternally divided into two parts. So one part is called as, in the terms of Bhagavan, who is having all the opulences, and the other tattva, so who is the enjoyer, and the other tattva is termed in the term of devotee, bhakta. And this bhakta, other tattva, is also divided into four varieties: servants, friends, elders, and lovers. So in Vrindavan, so there are four rasas are there. Dasya rasa, people who want to perform as a servants to Krishna, or Sakya rasa, who want to perform as a friends for the Lord. Vatsalya rasa, as a elders like Nanda and Yashoda, are the lovers like the gopis. So eternally, these bhaktas are like in these four categories. So these and there is a rasa, that exchange of love between the Lord and the devotees. So that is called as the prema, which is like when there are different rasas that are mentioned. Like they all these devotees, they will be in a particular bhava with the Lord, that is called as Thai bhava. And then when they exchange love between the Lord and his devotees, there are different emotions that will come, called as vibhava, anubhava, all those things that Rupa Goswami has categorized in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So that is called as rasa. In that way, Lord exchanges these feelings with his devotees. So this when the Lord and his devotees they separate, that is called as Vipralamba rasa, which is like they are enjoying. So in this way, that's how one can understand the Lord experiencing suffering with the separation from Sita and also Lakshmana. Otherwise, he is the supreme Lord. Otherwise, he doesn't have any attraction to this material world. So therefore, he cannot face suffering from the Sita and Lakshmana in separation. That is all spiritual emotions. That is it. So in this way, Hanumanji is praying, and Sugriva is also praying to the Lord that Lord, to make friendship with the Lord, there are no external desire qualifications. न जन्मनूनं महतो न सौभगं न वा न बुद्धिर्नाकृतिस्तोष हेतुः तैर्यद्विसृष्टानपि नो वनौकसश्चकार सख्ये बत लक्ष्मणाग्रजः. So this Lakshmana Agraja, so Sugriva is saying, he is Lakshmana Agraja, he is the elder brother of Lakshmana. So, but he made Lakshmana as his servant. But my fortune as Sugriva is that he made me as friendship. So I Chakara Sakya, he made friendship with me, but he made his own younger brother as his servant. So for friendship with the Lord, there is no other considerations. Na janmanunam, there is no requirement of taking birth in an aristocratic family or Brahmana family or great family. Mahato na saubhagam, there is no need of having great fortune to have a friendship with the Lord. Navan, one need not have eloquent speech to make friendship with the Lord. Nabuddhir, one need not have great intelligence to make friendship with the Lord. Nakruti stosha hetu. Nakruti, one need not have great body to have friendship with the Lord. What kind of body, what kind of beauty the vulture, Jatayu had. What kind of buddhi the Vanaras have. What kind of intelligence the different like entities. And what kind of janma that Shabari and others, Guha, they had. What kind of great fortune other beings in the forest, they all had. So all these things, they are not the reason for Lord Ram to make friendship. Tairyad Visrushtan no Vanokasas. For example, you take me only, Sugriva. We are forest dwellers, Vanaras. For that also, Chakara Sakya, he made friendship with me. So that is the glory of Lord Ram, Lakshmana Agraja, he saying. So therefore, even a Sura, great Devata, Asura is a demon, or Vanara Naro. So whoever he may be, when he uh, worship Lord Ram, who is always called as Sukrutajna. One of the great qualities of Lord Ram is whoever performs little service to Lord Ram, he always remember that favor that is done to him. So therefore he is called as Sukrutajna, Krutajna. So that word very much applied to Lord Ram. Uttaman, great personality. Manujakritim Harim, that Lord Hari only has come in the form of human. Whoever worship him, so they will attain great fortune. And that Supreme Lord, that Lord Ram, he has taken all the inhabitants of Ayodhya to spiritual world and to Ayodhya Dham in the spiritual world. So Divam, Koshalan Divam, Yo Uttaran Anayat, Koshalan Divam, he has taken all them time to spiritual world Divam. So in this way, these inhabitants of Kimpurusha Varsha headed by Hanumanji and Sugriva, they are praying to Lord Ram. So finally, we have Bharata Varsha, glories of Bharata Varsha, and the Bharata Varsha, which is like where Bharata Varsha includes the planet Earth also, and especially we can say our Earth, India also. And the glory is that we will see in the next time. The glories of Naranara and Rishi Narada Muni is praying. The glory is that even the heavenly planetary, like even the Svargavasis, they also desire to take birth in Bharatavarsha. Why? Because in Bharatavarsha, whoever has taken birth, simply by performing little devotional service, they can go back to Godhead. That same fortune is not even available for even Swargavasis or other planetary people because they're always engrossed in material sense gratification. They don't, because of that, they don't have time to remember the lotus feet of the Lord, perform devotional service. So therefore, even they are praying that we want to take birth in Bharatavarsha so that we can perform bhakti. So that is the glory. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu especially, he said that Bharata Bhumite Haile Janma Haila Janma Sarthaka Kari Kara Parapa Upakar. Whoever has taken their birth in Bharata Bhumi, you perfect your own life by performing devotional service. And Janma Sarthak Kari Kara Para Upakar. You do welfare for other living entities by giving this bhakti to others. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared tomorrow. So we can celebrate that, we can remember him. And we can also, taking his instruction, take bhakti seriously and perfect our life and experience the presence of the Lord in our heart and that love of the Lord. And then we can give it to others also. That's how we can benefit all other beings also. So I'll stop here. We will discuss that discussion also in the next time. If anyone has want to say anything, or let me know. Otherwise, we will continue in the next one. Hare Krishna.
I think they're all good, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada.
Happy Holi to all of you.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Very good.